new session on operation research. This is the last lecture of this chapter, that is a decision theory, and today we will learn a decision tree. So what is a decision tree? So decision tree is a graphical depiction of all the possibles and outcomes to solve specific issues, to avail of potential opportunities, and it is useful financial tool which is usually facilitate the classification of the probable results in given situation. Simple example I will give you is you have to start your preparation for competitive exam. Suppose you have to give a GPSC as well as UPSC. Unfortunately, or with your hard working, you will clear both the exams with good ranks. Means you have got a good ranks in UPSC and you are eligible for becoming an IAS. In GPSC you also got a good result and good ranks. Now you are eligible for deputy collector as well as a SDM. So what happened? You have two possibilities. You have two situations. Now you have to decide which type of job or which one is better for me. Right? You have to think that in UPSC, if I clear exam, I cleared that exam with good rank and I will get a same cadre. Means in Gujarat I will do, means I get enough rank or I get that rank in which I found or I will get a Gujarat cadre. Right? Means location of the job will be the Gujarat. Or if you think that I will prefer, you have two options. You will prefer only job location or you will prefer a prestige. You will prefer a perfect job. Means IAS is a perfect compared to the GS. So you have to decide. That is your decision tree. Means for your case you have to make a decision tree. Means if I join GS, GPSC, if I join UPSC or IAS, I have to do such kind of the profit or such kind of the losses or such kind of the benefits. I have to use this, I have to get some type of, so out of that parameter situations you have to find one, what you have to take one decision. That is a basic funda of decision. Next we have to learn that this is a cricket. This is the pictorial image of cricket. In cricket what happens? Every situation will be depends on atmosphere also. Clear? It depends on situation. Means atmosphere, it will cover all. It's a sunny day, it's a hot day, it's a weather condition will be there, rainy season is there. As we know that, or we have hear that, as some of people, so some of cricket experts, or sometimes in some grounds, they have an expectation that first batting team will win 95%. Will win a game 95% based on past experience. And in second inning cricket, second inning team, they got they win very less chances, about 5%. Why? Because they have think that for certain places, for certain location, for certain ground location, in second inning you will find dew. Dew means you find the dew, and due to the dew you can't hold a ball very perfectly. Means in bowling sometimes it slips due to the dew, so you can't get a perfect wickets or perfect bowling in second inning, so you will lose the match. So based on that criteria you have to decide. Means during the toss you have to decide that I have or ex-captain select batting or bowling. They select batting and bowling based on the weather condition. That is the decision tree. Over there they have a two decision as a bat as well as ball, but based on the condition, based on the situation, they have select only bat or they have select only ball. Clear? Means a simple team have very confident in run chase, so they always take a ball first. Means whatever runs will be there, we have clear or we have chased it. So simple. Here the weather sunny, cloudy and rainy. Based on that, humidity is a factor affected. Wind is also the factor affected for the cricket also. So this is a basic tree funda. Now we will learn a decision tree terminology. So what is the root node? The root node comprises the whole sample. It will be divided into the multiple sites with comprise of homogeneous variables. Second one is a decision node. The subnode which diverges into the further possibility can be denoted as a decision node. Next is a terminal node. The final node showing the outcome which cannot be categorized in any further is termed as value or terminal node. Next one is a branch. Branch denotes the various alternatives available with the decision tree maker. Next is splitting. Splitting is a division of available option into the multiple subnodes is termed as a splitting. Last one is pruning. It is just a reverse of splitting where the decision tree makers can eliminate one or more subnodes from a particular decision node. All the terminology we will learn in example. The basic, here we can see that here the situation is problem is there. That is a choice node. After that, a choice node we have selected here rectangle, that is a choice nodes, and we have a chance node, means we have a chance up to this, and after that we have to again a choice nodes is there. After chance you get a chance, in that particular chance situation you have get another also option to select, and you have to get a value of the node, means you have to get a final outcome of it, and this is the branches of it which will be denoted by the arrow. Clear? What are the steps for solving the decision tree? First steps, understand the specified problem area in which decision making is required. Second step is interpreting and chalking out of all possible solutions to the particular issues. Third step is presenting the variable on decision trees along with its respective probabilities value. Fourth step, to find out the outcome of all variables and specifying in decision tree. And in last step, the crucial makes overall analysis of the process. It involves calculating the EMB value, expected monetary value, or expected outcome or expected payoff of the systems, and figure out that solution which will be the highest expected. So these all 5 steps we have to implement it during the calculation of the problem. So take example of it. Here the example is given. The decision they have, and they have a probability, and that is the outcome, that is a probability, that's a chance of that. Means one job contract is there, and they accept, if they accept the order or they accept the job contract, and they find out this outcome, this type of outcome. If they reject, they find out this type of outcome. Now we calculate and draw a decision tree. So now we draw a decision tree based on that problem. We can see here the nodes, and this is D1, means if you accept the order, and this is D2 if you reject the order, and these are the probabilities of that outcomes. So first we have to start this, and we have draw this type of the diagram, the node diagram, and 0.45, 0.25, 0.30, that is a D1 probability, and that is a D2 probability. Now we calculate. We have to put here probability. What we have to do? We have to find out the probability based on that accepting order. Means we have to multiply this probability of outcome into the, if accepting outcome the probability will be there, means 0.45 into 0.5 we can get 0.225. Here same we can get 0.25 into 0.5 we can get 0.25, and 0.30 into 0.5 we can get 0.150. Means all the probability of different, all the nodes, all the chances 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 we can get a probability of it. Now we find we put here payoff which will be given, which was given in a data. What we have to simply write over here. For if accepting order, this type of payoff will be get, and for rejecting the order, this type of payoff will be get. Now we calculate the EMP, means expected payoff. So what we have to do? We have to multiply this value. We'll have to multiply this value with the probability we can get over the expected payoff. Means here 675, that is 300 into 0.225, 4000 into 0.125, we can get a 500. Simple, we have simple 0.150, 5000 we can get 750. Same thing for D2, we have to get the expected payoff. Now what we have to do, we have to summation of all the payoff for D1 and D2. We can get here the point, we can get 1925 for the total expected payoff of D1 if they accepting the order, and if they rejecting the order, they get up 2635.5 as an expected payoff of it. So out of these two payoff, contractor accept job contract. Why they accept the job contract? They get this type of amount of payoff in terms of profit. If they reject, then this type of payoff, they have a loss. Means this is the basic funda of decision tree. This is a basic explanation of decision tree. Now we will move forward. What are the advantages of decision tree? Means for decision tree, we have compared to other algorithm decision trees, we have a less effort for data preparation. During the pre-processing, we have not require any normalizing data. We have a simple, not require a scaling of data as well. We have to missing the value in data also do not affect the process of building a decision tree. Decision tree model is very intuitive and easy to explain technical terms as well as a stakeholder. Now the disadvantage, what are the disadvantages? Small changes in the data can cause a large changes in structure. Means if we change a data initially, small changes means 35 into 40, we have to take a 40 in place of 35. That will create that will affect all decision tree. Clear? So next is a decision tree. Sometimes calculus can go far more complex compared to other algorithm also. Decision tree often involves a higher time to train a model. These 2 and 3 disadvantage, number of 2 and number 3 disadvantage, when happen when you have a number of chance, we have a number of opportunity to select a decision, to make a decision. At that time you have to calculate much more nodes, you have to calculate much more branches. At that time you have a complexity. Fourth one, decision tree training is relatively expensive as a complexity and time has taken more. And last disadvantage, that is a decision tree algorithm is inadequate for applying a regression and predicting a continuous value. When we apply the regression, it will be very complex. Main conclusion of this chapter is that in operation research, decision tree analysis holds an equal significance as that a PERT analysis or the CPM analysis. Now the question is, what is a PERT analysis and what is a CPM analysis? So guys, friends, we will learn a PERT analysis and CPM analysis in a last chapter of operation research, that is a project management. Clear? PERT, that is a project evaluation and review techniques, and CPM, that is critical path method, we will learn in detail in project management chapter. And it presents a complex decision problem along with multiple consequences on paper, and it enables the decision maker to figure out all the possible options available with him or her and thus simplify the task. These all are the basic funda of decision tree, and we completed this chapter. And in this chapter we have to calculate, we have to consider main 3 category of the decision take under the certainty, decision take under the uncertainty, and decision taking under the risk. And all 3 parameters, all 3 criteria, all 3 decisions, we have to calculate different criteria under that tag, and we have to find out a perfect decision. Clear? So in next lecture we start a new chapter, that is the project management. Thank you for watching.